second video on this godforsaken channel with some Battlefield gameplay on the background. Well, I know that the gameplay is not the point of this channel, but I don't think I have died that much in a Battlefield 1 gameplay, match ever. It was just spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die. Honestly, we were just getting brutalized. I'm pretty sure we lost the match because I don't remember. I recorded the gameplay and then I did some other stuff, but it was actually insane. Actually, it was horrible. But it's a Battlefield game, so it is to be expected. It's a war first-person shooter. So yeah, you'll die a lot. Still surprising the amount of times that I fucking died. But anyways, today's video will be about a lot of things. It will be about consistency, the gender war, about social media manipulation and engagement. The gender war was actually an idea that my friend had. He recommended me that I made a video about this. Shout out Ritter if you're watching this. But I wanted to include some other things because I sometimes have trouble just talking for that long, let's say, and I wanted to include some other topics. It is very sad to see the state of modern dating and modern relationships, and every time I think about it, it makes me feel pretty upset. Because people don't talk about these things often, and it seems like most people don't even notice. It's very sad to know that something so beautiful as loving someone and dating someone has become something so complicated nowadays for a lot of reasons. Social media has desensitized our society so badly, to the point where it's really hard to, or what I have noticed with the first topic being consistency. I want to think that this lack of consistency not only comes from taking things for granted, it also comes from a low attention span issue. Now, when it comes to the consistency, we both, men and women, have differences and we have flaws. Both men and women have flaws, but it seems like this issue tends to be more common among men, which it's sad that this gender war thing has come to such a point that you have to clarify everything that you say, that so to not make yourself seem like you're trying to hate on men or on women, because we're so used to this narrative, right? We're so used to the all men are bad, all women lie, all men do this, all women do that, yada yada yada. So again, I find this problem to be more common among men, and it seems like a lot of them don't have this concept of consistency, which is really important. A lot of guys, they act a certain way to try to get to a woman or get them to like them back, and once they realize that the woman reciprocates, they stop doing these things And it's a vicious cycle because the man, he does all this sweet stuff, he does all these little, gives her all these little details, or all this attention, does all these nice gestures for her, and once he thinks he has her, he stops doing these things. And so the woman, she tries to pull him back, which ends up doing the opposite. Because well, obviously I'm not speaking for everyone, but for a lot of guys, this ends up distancing them more, because the men think that they're being controlled. They think that this is a matter of control, or, oh, she's telling me what to do, she's trying to tell me what to do, how to act. And this naturally rebellious behavior starts to float. Now, this is one of the most common and worst mistakes that a man can make when he is dating a woman, or when he's starting to date a woman, when he's getting into any kind of relationship with a woman. We gotta understand that relationships are basically our responsibility, and it sounds bad, it sounds like it's a burden, but it's the truth. It's a responsibility, and it's something that you have to take seriously and think about. Because as much as we would like to think that love is enough to maintain a relationship, we know that that's not the truth. And well, consistency is a very important thing. I think one of the most important that a lot of men don't take into consideration. All these little details, all these little things that you do to get to know a woman, or to get a woman to like you, which it might sound like a bad thing again, but it's not. It's normal that when we like someone, we want to be nice to them and do nice gestures, and we obviously want them to like us back. And this is another thing that is a problem that social media has brought. Overanalyzing and basically demonizing things that are normal and that are in our instinct, right? For example, nowadays everything is gaslighting, nowadays everything is being controlling, nowadays everything is love bombing. Like, if a person likes you and they tell you nice things at first, oh no, that's a red flag, it's love bombing, and all these stupid and absurd concepts that they come up with, which they only push this narrative of woman versus men even further. So yeah, a lot of people might say, oh, they're not doing those things because they want the woman to like them. They're not doing that to like trick them or anything. And it's not. It's completely normal to, if you like someone, you want them to like you back. You want to do things so they see you as a potential partner. That's completely normal, and we all do it. It doesn't mean that we might not have genuine intentions with that person. So jumping back to consistency, there's this very common analogy. The same way you grew a flower is the same way you keep it alive, right? You can grow a flower by giving it water, giving it sun, taking care of it, and then once the flower grows, you stop doing these things. You can expect the flower to stay the way it was, to live, to not die. It's the same way with relationships. All these small things, all these nice gestures that men do, they have to be kept. They have to be consistent. The behavior that you initially show has to be consistent, because otherwise this problem is gonna have, right? It's very simple, and it's sad that people can't understand that. And well, I for one part blame social media for that. It shouldn't be a hard concept to grasp that the way that you made a person fall in love with you is the same way that you're gonna keep them happy in that relationship. I can't count the amount of times I have seen comments, or I have heard people talk about how, oh, my husband, he's not sweet with me anymore, he's not romantic anymore. My boyfriend, he's not like this anymore, he used to be so nice when we started. I hear things like that, and I read things like that, and it makes me really sad, because I don't want to be in that position, even though I have gone through this before, because again, it's an extremely common thing. It seems like nowadays people also don't have the dedication and the patience to do these kind of things, because there used to be this thing called the 3-month rule, between quotes, where you should know a person for at least 3 months before they start showing their, between quotes, true colors, which I don't necessarily believe in this, but I can understand the message behind it, that sadly a lot of people, they show you one thing and then their true personality ends up coming out, and that's the actual person that you end up meeting. And this was a while ago, because I have also heard and read comments of people saying, oh, it's not even the 3-month rule anymore, after 3 weeks they're already acting different. And it's crazy to see how the time becomes shorter and shorter, where these people lose interest in a person so fast. And obviously this doesn't go for everyone. I think I can talk for the majority of us. Well, I personally don't lose interest in a person that fast. I don't think it's normal to do so. It's definitely not normal to lose interest in a person in 3 weeks, unless they did something crazy like kill your dog or something like that. It's actually insane that we live in a society where people can lose interest in you in less than 3 weeks for absolutely no reason at all. Modern media and modern society is so used to consuming short, quick content that it's affecting every area of our life. There's barely any long-term content anymore. Everything is quick. Everything is made to catch your attention in a low amount of time, and that you keep going. Trends come fast and they don't stay for very long. And people need to realize that it's actually affecting us, and that it's not just some old people thing, or people being paranoid or conspiranoid about things. It's absolutely nothing crazy to think and to realize that our lifestyle and the things that we are seeing, the things that we are consuming, the things that we are listening are affecting our society. And even though I'm not trying to justify this behavior of the lack of consistency and the per se getting bored fast, when you find interest in a person that you get bored of them fast, I don't think this is justifiable at all. But I am trying to say that there is a cause, there is a reason why this is so common nowadays. The same thing goes with dating apps. Well, I don't know a lot about dating apps because I have never used one and I don't plan on doing so. I think they're horrible. I don't think they should be a thing. But even on dating apps, this system is used. For example, Tinder. If I if I'm correct, you see pictures of people. You scroll left to right to see if you are interested in this person or not. It's the same concept. Something to draw your attention quick and then keep going. Your attention quick and keep going, and then you keep changing to these topics and these content. It's not long. You're not paying attention to any of this for a long time, and so it's affecting us. The majority of people my age that I know, sadly, don't have a very good attention span. They get bored really easily with everything, with games, with conversation topics. They don't have a they don't manage silence very well. Like, they need to be stimulated. They need to be doing something all the time. I can somewhat understand that. I can sometimes also have a difficult time with silence, especially if I'm with one person. But I think this stems from the fact that I don't want them to get bored of me, not necessarily because the silence bothered me. Point being that people nowadays can keep their attention on anything for that much time, to the point that they can't even keep their interest in a person for the same amount of time. And this goes for everyone, because I have seen a lot of older people than me, well, actually people of all ages, that they can't do anything without their phone for a bit. They can't pay attention to anything for more than 10 seconds either. It's really affecting everyone, especially because it has become so normalized for us. It's everywhere, and I don't think this is the problem, because I'm not anti-technology. I mean, I use my phone. I'm uploading this video to YouTube. I like talking to my friends. I like being able to text my friends. But I think we as humans definitely have to do better about a lot of things. We need to stop a lot of things, and we need to be more conscious about a lot of these issues that we're facing as society regarding the internet and social media. This over exaggeration, this biased over exaggeration of things, of these concepts that everything is love bombing, or everyone is a narcissist because they did that to you. Some people just have a personality. I mean, love bombing, sometimes I think that term can be a little bit dumb, but it's normal to show interest in someone. It's normal to be excited when you're meeting someone, when you like someone. And yeah, it can definitely be a thing that people say things to you to try to hook you up into, try to hook you and try to keep you with them. But I think people that do that are, I don't know, psychopaths. Not everyone's a psychopath, obviously. Not everyone is doing it on purpose to harm you. Most people are not doing it to harm you. I think most people are excited to be or interact with someone that they like. And this overcomplication of feelings, it's also very dangerous, because love shouldn't be complicated. Love shouldn't be overcomplicated. It's important to take it seriously and analyze it, but feelings shouldn't be complicated. Love shouldn't feel hard. It shouldn't feel like all these concepts, and the red flag concept, and the 3-month rule, and oh, you are a narcissist, and ghosting, and blah blah blah. We are coming up with so many of these things to the point where it doesn't even feel organic anymore. It doesn't feel natural. There's no spiritual, natural, organic connection with feelings because we're labeling every single thing, every single little interaction that we're having with people when we're meeting them. This also comes from the man versus woman narrative very hard, and this is something that's very sad, and I'm very sick of it. And every time I get a reel or a video about it, I try to just scroll and ignore it unless I think I might find it useful, which most of the time it isn't. Most of the time it's engagement content. This all content that it is made to, get a reaction out of people, or to target certain people that are feeling certain things at the moment. I cannot stress enough how detrimental this is, and how much stress, how much paranoia this creates on people. It is really, really sad, and the worst part is that this content is being shown to you on purpose. Now, it's no secret that a lot of social media apps, well, I can't find the right words to describe it, but they see your conversations and they analyze it to show us certain things, right? Just in the way that we talk about something that we want to buy, or we type something, we talk about something that we want to buy to someone, and a day later, 5 minutes later, we get an ad about that thing that we're talking about. And so that way, it also applies to relationships, or to people that you're meeting, people that you're dating, right? You will have an argument with this person on the phone, on the chat. You'll break up with them on the phone or on chat, which, well, you shouldn't, but that's the way it goes for some people. And then you start seeing this content about, dump him if he does this thing, men are nothing, women are this, relationships don't matter, or all this content that's also sad content, right? Sad videos about couples, sad videos with sad quotes about love, and blah blah blah. And I don't think a lot of people understand what this means. They are showing this to you because they have seen what you have talked about. They know what you have talked about. They know how you might feel in the moment. So they also know that you are going to engage with this content. It benefits them because they know that you're sad and you're on your feelings, and you're going to like this video, or you're going to comment, or you're going to share it on your stories or with someone. Now, if you can't see the problem with that, you're either not thinking deep enough about it, or you're a straight up psychopath. Now, what do you do when someone has a traumatic event, right? It has been proven that conflicts between you and a person that you like, a person you're in love with, breakups can be traumatic. They have a traumatic effect on the human brain. If someone has a traumatic event, you don't want to remind them of it, right? If someone had a recent car crash and they're traumatized by it, you don't want to keep talking about the car crash. You don't want to remind them what happened. You want them to try to forget about it. You want to get their mind off things. This is basically psychological torture at the cost of engagement and money. And it may sound dramatic, but that's the way it is. They're manipulating us by our feelings. They're manipulating us when we are vulnerable, because they know that they're gonna get something out of it. And so these people see this content when they're in their most vulnerable state, where they are prone to making bad decisions, when they are prone to thinking black and white, not thinking straight, because they're traumatized, because they're heartbroken. And so this man versus woman narrative gets pushed to them, they engage with it, and they end up believing that it's true. And so that's how we are letting them win. That's how we are proving that we are easy to manipulate by them. It is really sad how this topic is pushed, because men and women, we are different, and this is the reason why we need each other. This is the reason why we should be together, not against each other. If we cannot promote healthy relationships between men and women, how can we hope for a prosperous society in the future? People need to start realizing that we have to be very selective with the content that we choose to consume on social media. And I'm not necessarily talking about violence or violent movies or that kind of stuff, because I consume those things myself, and there's nothing wrong with entertainment. But if you have reached this point of the video, I think you understand what I mean. All these men versus woman media, all this sexual and degenerate content, all this depressive content that is being pushed onto you on purpose because they know that you're going through something and that you're gonna engage with it. I think the best thing to do in that situation is to just turn off the phone, do something else, try not to think about it, and if not, just scroll, just watch something else. Because the truth is that it's not easy to escape what they're trying, the propaganda that they're trying to put on us. It's not easy to escape. You know, a lot of people say stuff like, oh, click on not interested, don't engage with the content, don't comment, don't like it, because then you're gonna get more of it. Which is true, but it's also true that this can be pushed onto you without you interacting with it first. It's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people, but it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. I think that we should have learned our lesson by now, but it seems like we haven't. It's very subtle. Most of the time, it tends to be very subtle. Most people don't realize it, and this is why these things are important to discuss and to talk about. Now, I try to keep this video short. I try to summarize as much as I could, even though I didn't want to, but I don't think anyone is watching 1 hour long videos, and understandably so. It's a little bit hard to keep it short when one talks about so many topics, and a lot of these are more extensive than we think. I hope that everything I said in this video helped you, inspired you, or made you think in some way. Don't let this propaganda get you. Don't let this type of content make you become hateful towards the opposite gender. Remember that you can always be better than that. Sending you a hug and stay strong.